Alright, what is up, my ladies and gentlemen? What is up, all the ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another review. This time we're reviewing this specific Marvel Legends Green Goblin. Don't mind Kickback in the background. He is tied up because I got sick of him trying to beat me up. Next thing. Oh, I just got root beer over myself. Sorry, I was trying to throw my can away and like trying to spill it all over myself. Anyways. Anyways, on with the review. So this is the Marvel Legends Green Goblin figure, and we are just going to jump straight into it. Alright, so for this review, we, as normal, will start with posability. So, for starters, I want to say, I have one small problem with this guy. So it is this neck right here. For whatever reason, on both sides, it is cracked. I don't know how actually well you can see it on that side. I don't know why this happened. It just happened. I left him alone one day. Nothing stepped on him because he was in a little container. I know no one stepped on him. There was no reason for his head to crack. It didn't crack like maybe I didn't take off the neck wrong because I've only swapped out his head I think once, so maybe twice. I think twice. But the cracks weren't there when I swapped it out. I just grabbed him one day and he had cracks. I don't know why. This is probably more my figure because you guys, my friend, I'm sure will comment on this agreeing with me, but I just have really bad luck with figures. Like, they break easily. For instance, like my gun thing back there with Kickback that I mentioned in the last review. My friend owns the exact same figure. Nothing happens. I mean, any figure he owns, I own, because if he owns a figure, it's also mine, and if I own a figure, it's also his. He'll disagree with me on that, I'm sure. But, like, he doesn't have that problem with the gun for Kickback, so I just have really just horrible luck when it comes to getting good quality on figures. I don't know why. It just happens. There's some figures I don't have that problem with, but most of them I usually end up having that problem with. Like with him, just the random cracks on the neck that I don't know where they came from. I don't know if anyone else has that problem. Anyways, let's get on to the actual review. So for starters, his head, he can look down about that far, and he can look up about that far. He has a full 360 rotation. His shoulders can bend about that far, and they can rotate. It's this little soft ratchet. I think that's a soft ratchet. I don't know. I don't know my parts. He's obviously got his bicep swivel, which I feel like is kind of loose. He's got double jointed elbows, which I always worry that they're going to like snap on me, which I have. Our next review is actually one that I've had that happen to me. Anyways, his hands, they can just go in and out, and then they rotate a little, but they're kind of stiff in there. I guess I don't really use that much. His purse kind of gets in the way, but you can take it off if you don't want it. But you can also move it around him. His ab crunch, about that far. It's not a good ab crunch. Back crunch is a little better. He can probably do a Gwen Stacy. He's got waist there. He can kick up about that far, and he can not actually kick out very far. He can kick out about that far. Thigh swivel, which I don't know. I feel like I always hate like this one. It does not want to rotate that way, and I don't like that. Like I go to rotate it this way, and like it gets jammed. I don't like that. I swear I have horrible luck with figures. Double jointed kneecaps, which again I worry that his kneecaps are just gonna snap on me. I don't really fear that with any of my other figures. Anyways, boot swivel, and then he's got his little foot swivel, which, yeah, bend up, bend in, all that. So posability's not half bad, honestly. I think, in all honesty, I'd give him probably about a 7.4. His posability's really not bad. I do worry, I mean, ab crunch sucks horribly, and I do worry that he's going to break in some places. That could just be my fear, though. So 7.4, I feel like it's completely fair. So I gotta write this down. I'll pop it, yeah. Alright, moving onward from posability is accessories. So, he comes with 3 different accessories. For starters, he has the swap out head, which I don't really want to try putting on because I don't really want his neck to snap on me. I already worried, even just moving his head, that it'll snap. I really don't know how that happened, honestly, either. That's the thing, it's just there. But he does have this Norman Osborn head, so you can make him Norman. He comes with a Goblin Bomb, and also the Goblin Glider, which, the little face on this does rotate a little, but I don't really feel like it adds to it, and that might also just be it being loose. So, Goblin Glider, honestly, the Green Goblin bomb is a lot of fun, and he can actually hold it. He can also hold his Goblin head if you give him the Norman Osborn head. But he can, if I can get him to hold it, he can hold. Yeah, there you go. We can hold the bomb, so you can have him holding it. Apparently not. And one thing I did learn is that there are some Spider-Man webs that can actually wrap around this tip and I'm throwing it back, as I learned with my TASM what is this, my TASM Spider-Man. His web can wrap around perfectly on this, and it can make it look like he's grabbing it to throw it back. It's actually really cool. He can fit in the glider, so you gotta bend his knees a little, which makes sense, you know. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's like tilting as I went to bend it. I'm so worried that this guy is just gonna snap on me one of these days. So not gonna be ready for it. I absolutely adore this guy. Yeah, so he can ride. It's actually probably more what his ab crunch is used for, I think. I don't know. But he can ride, and he actually stays on fairly decently because of the little hooks, the hook-like shape in his boot. He can't stay on if you do that, though. No, that's not what causes a crack in the neck. That's the first time I've done that. Overall for accessories, I've just been talking. Well, I realized that. Overall for accessories, I think I'd probably give him about a 7. He's got some really good accessories, and I think like a 7.4. Actually, yeah. I just give him a 7.4. You know what? 7.4 for both. 7.4 is actually really decent. So 7.4. As for play features, he doesn't really have a whole lot. Like I said, you can take off his Goblin head. I don't want to do it. Because I worry his neck will snap if I try. But you can take off his Goblin head and have it hold it. Or what I did was I actually took 2 pictures of him looking in a mirror, one with the Osborn head, and then one of the mirror with Gobby's head, and it actually looks like he's staring into Goblin's reflection, like during the animated series from the 90s, where he's talking to himself in the mirror. Well, it's Harry that's talking to Green Goblin, but close enough. I thought it was really cool. So, and of course, he can hold the bomb, like I said, and he can ride his glider, which is pretty cool. But overall, he doesn't have too many play features. I think, though, for what he has, I will give him a 5, just straight 5. I still kind of feel bad that I didn't give Dr. Fate anything, because I totally should have, just for his head. Yeah. So I'll give him a 5. I think I will be fair and give him a 5 for play features. So overall, between the 7.4, between the two 7.4s, if it will focus, and the 1.5, that puts him at a 9. Did I do my math right? Yeah, at a 19.8, which puts him, I think in that's still second and third, which puts him in 4th place. No, puts him in 5th. Puts him above Dr. Fate and the Orion Pax mask, which isn't bad. Ultra Magnus, B127, Kickback, and then, of course, Carnage, as I listed in the last one. So, there's that. Yeah. Alright, so, for the first picture, this is kind of what I was talking about in the review. This one, you've got Norman. It looks like he's scratching his head, but I was actually going for more of a, like, he's gripping his head in a headache, but it does look like he's scratching his head. And you've got Green Goblin over here reaching out his hand. I probably could have found a way to erase my phone from that, but it's okay. But he's reaching out his hand to, like, have Norman accept him. This is actually 2 different pictures. So this is the first one. It's just got Norman just staring into the mirror. And the other one is Green Gobby in the mirror. And then I just, took it and edited it. And I have no idea how I managed to get the mirror to align with where he was placed. Because, like, the cutoff between the two is insanely accurate. And that was not intentional. But it's actually a really cool picture. I loved making this. It was a lot of fun. I've only done, I think, one other really like this. It was with my, yeah, we'll get to that one when we review them. But it's a lot of fun to make kind of pictures like this. Alright, so as for the next one, this is with my original Green Goblin figure. Yeah. So, he has a purple Batman head, don't question it. But if you look closely, Green Gobby's eyes are looking like they're about to pop out. And what's funny about this is that then when you go to this picture, he's stepping on his toe. And it just looks so funny. I don't know why, but I just adore this picture. But it was just supposed to be the 2 goblins together. They are very different, aside from like the fact that one of them has a Batman head. They are very different, like overall in character, and the way that they look. They almost don't both look like Green Goblin figures, but I swear they are. And then another thing I was talking about in the review. This is supposed to be my TASM figure throwing the bomb back, and he's just kind of standing there in shock. Although it kind of focused more on TASM. So this is more of a Tasm focused picture, but that's okay. This is what I was talking about. The Tasm web, this web specifically, can wrap around the bomb with its little hole and just grip onto it nice and well and make it look like he's tossing back. I have another one of him where he's actually got it more further back, like he was just catching it, and it actually looks really good. And then one more I did was this one, where in the background it's Spider-Man holding the Goblin mask, and Norman's just reaching in for more bombs. So this is, I actually have a few different angles of this, but this is meant to be like, no, Peter first discovering that Norman is the Goblin, and I just think that it actually looks really good, and I just love the way that it turns out, especially at the different angles, and he just looks so shocked in the background staring up at Norman, and I love it. Alright, so I personally got this figure for like 25, which, as you can tell, if you get them at like Big Bad Toy Store, that's about the price you're getting for them. That's not including shipping though. I bought them at my local GameStop. You can get them on eBay for about 23. Another version of this. What other places are selling this figure? Yeah, so like here, GameStop. He was not 30 at the GameStop I went to. I did not get him for 30 bucks. Okay, I'm not going through all that. I'm too lazy for that. But you can get them at a few different stores, GameStop, eBay. You can maybe find them at your local Walmart. Probably depends on where you live. Many tends to range anywhere from about 23 to 30, apparently. So yeah, there you have it. There's our, I guess I can probably put my phone back in its stand. There is our review on the Marvel Legends Green Goblin figure. Yeah, it looks so cool standing like that, totally. For our next review, she's gonna be so fun to do stop motions with. We are doing the Yellow Dino Thunder Ranger. Now, you wanna know why I say she's gonna be so fun to do reviews with? Just watch this. Oh, yeah, now you're not going to do it now that I'm showing it on camera. Oh, yeah, see, both of her arms do that, actually. Basically, yeah, you know what, I'll get into it during the actual review, but she's going to be so fun to make stop motions with. So yeah, if you have any pictures of the Yellow Center Ranger, preferably with arms, feel free to send pictures, opinions, and all that to Supernova Messaging at gmail.com.